Hello, and thank you for joining me on another episode of the Tech Exec podcast, where we triple your impact per engineer. As always, I'm your host, Aviv Ben-Yosef, advisor and consultant to tech executives worldwide, and our subject today is making the unknown known. Before I get to that, I'll be honest, I'm recording a few episodes in advance, so I'm not sure when this one's going to come out, so I might be having a live session about a day after this comes out. I don't know. You know what you should do? You should check out the show notes because those should be updated. And in general, join my newsletter because that's how you'll never miss out. Now, to our subject. This is mainly targeted at people who are executives and really want to do the executive work as part of the executive team. A lot of the time, I see people who are great at managing the product engineering organization, at being a CTO when it comes to the tech side. However, being part of the executive team often means that you shouldn't just be able of doing what they ask you to do, but leveraging technology to a level where people around the company actually understand what technology has to offer so they actually use you in your organization as much as possible. In a good way. I'm not saying you should be, overused or abused, but I am saying that technology is a powerful weapon to wield. And if other people in the company don't comprehend what technology is capable of, that's a waste. So, as an example, I'm talking about making the unknown known. You've heard the cliche about if Ford would have asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. No one would have talked about an automobile. And I see this happening all the time in companies where people outside of R&D don't really understand what is possible technologically wise, what the team can do and what they cannot. So often what they end up asking you to do, if anything, are basic things like, can you move that button? Can we change that screen? Can you maybe help us do this a bit differently? We're talking about things that are not as different from the status quo. However, if you as an executive help educate the rest of the executive team, make the company's leadership tech literate, you can help them actually grasp what is going on. So for example, maybe you can tell your sales counterpart that there are a bunch of new advancements when it comes to recording and managing sales forces. And I'm not talking about Salesforce per se, even though that's nice, but there are services like Gong.io that actually record how sales conversations are happening and gives you insights about whether your people are selling as best as they should. When it comes to customer success, they might be asking you to fix bugs faster, but can you actually give them some superpowers by helping them realize that there are things that can be done to help them solve issues by themselves faster, or track down what is the cause of an issue faster without having to rely on your team. When you help others around you understand what's available, you're giving others more power, you're making the entire company more powerful, you're being a force multiplier. Sometimes that means giving them ideas about what your team is capable of doing, so that ends up being on the roadmap. But sometimes when it comes to making the unknown known, it is not even about more work for you, it's just helping them realize what's out there. For example, are there no-code tools that they can use easily without needing your team, and that can save them a lot of time every day? Or maybe, for example, they can start using AI tools like DALL-E to generate images for the site's content faster. I don't know, might be worth looking into. Maybe generative AI can be used like ChatGPT in order to generate customer success responses faster in a manner that's more eloquent, even though the people on your chat support don't have to type as much. The thing is that I know there are a bunch of things I don't know, and I know in which areas they lie. Your other people in the leadership team are usually unaware completely about what's possible. They don't even know where to look. They don't know what to ask for. So if you can do that, you can really help the entire company move forward, and you can help make technology something a lot more viable within the company, creating cyborgs, which was a subject of one of the recent live sessions I held and something I discuss in my upcoming book. That's it for this week. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, my email is always in the show notes. And if you haven't yet, do subscribe to my newsletter. It's the best newsletter online for tech executives. Thank you.